following issuance of compliance orders by the Energy and Water Utilities Regulatory Authority 2 days ago to 4 fuel companies. Only Oilcom and Camel Oil have continued to sell fuel, while BP and Engine have not resumed operations. Here are the details. In a survey done in Dar es Salaam by Capital Television at BP and Engine filling station, there were no signs of activity, and when questioned on the situation, the attendants said before the day ends, fuel will be available at their stations. But that was not to be, as by the end of the day, the fuel station remained closed. Several consumers said the fuel crisis was starting to stabilize.
Not much, I can say. People were not aware about where it was open and information about where it is available. It was not communicated properly, I can say. So because of that, some people used to sell in black. They used to sell around 3,000 they are charging. With the 3,000 they bought 1 liter. Like that they could manage. But it was not informed everybody.
We who were to have to travel from far to come to the city has been very difficult, especially trying to look for gas. At the same time, you have to deal with the queue that's going on, you know, not just on the petrol station, but on the roads. So economically, it's really hurt my pockets.
Oil marketing companies have announced more efforts to end fuel scarcity across the country caused by recent go flow due to index prices announced by the government, which were strongly objected by fuel dealers. Camel Oil Company says it is working day and night to supply fuel by sending oil tankers to its petrol stations in Dar es Salaam and upcountry to mitigate effects of fuel scarcity in the country.
I just agreed with the government of Tanzania, and we are ready to release the fuel. As you see, some trucks are packed for being transferred to other regions like Dar es Salaam to Mwanza, Dodoma, and other regions. So we expect the problem of the fuel we're going to stop at the end of these 3 hours. So far, we just get a loss of over than 2 billion. For time being, we just stopped doing business.
Prime Minister Mizengo Pinda has refuted a statement by opposition Chadema party implying that the party had reached agreement with him on the need to form a task force to deal with Arusha City mayoral crisis. Here's more of the story.
He told the National Assembly during question and answer session that on request of Chadema National Chairman Freeman Mbowe, he agreed to meet him together with Chadema Secretary General Dr. Wilbrod Slum. He said during the audience, Mr. Mbowe expressed concern over continued political crisis of Arusha City Council and that it was high time to end the crisis. In his response, Honorable Pinda said he told the Chadema leaders that since it was a political issue, it should be referred to the Register of Political Parties under his office, who will work out on the process to find a solution. However, the Prime Minister emphasized that the best way to challenge the election of Arusha City Mayor was through petition before a court.
Italian female rock star Priscilla Fiazza from the band Teodasia has been seen on a 5-day tour in the country visiting Selos Game Reserve and the historical town of Zanzibar. In an exclusive interview, she talked about the problems of piracy in the music industry as well as her expectations prior to her visit to Africa.
Media tends to bring across, of course, the message of struggle, of society in struggle, of poverty, of lack of water, of power, and it is this, but it's so much more. Like coming here, I don't want to go back. I'm serious. This experience has been amazing because Africa really gets you in touch with your deepest self, and I think that's pure magic, and that's to you.
The Minister for Information, Youth, Culture and Sports, Dr. Emmanuel Nchimbi, has expressed government's determination to strengthen the media sector to enable it to play its role in the country's development. Here are more details.
However, presenting the budget for his ministry for the year 2011-2012, Dr. Nchimbi urged media outlets to continue with their role of informing educating and entertaining the public by observing ethics of journalism profession. Dr. Nchimbi told the House that by June this year, in the print media, there are 731 registered newspapers and journals, while in broadcasting there are 70 radio and 16 television stations. The minister pledged to work closely with media institutions and stakeholders, including Media Council of Tanzania, MCT, and Media Owners Association of Tanzania, MOAT, to ensure the media plays its role accordingly. In their contributions, members of parliament called for freedom of the press and urged media practitioners to observe ethics of journalism, nationalism, and patriotism for the interest of the nation and to safeguard peace and stability in the country.
Geita Gold Mine in Mwanza region is building a girls' boarding secondary school, which on completion will end the problem of pregnancies among girl students in Geita Township. Here are more details on the report.
Med Merere says construction of Nyankumbu Girls Secondary School to cost 3 billion shillings started in 2005, and the aim was to make it a modern school. He said on completion, the school on the outskirts of Geita Township will have the capacity to enroll 600 students, and that there will be 12 dormitories, 3 laboratories, and enough houses for teachers and matrons. Earlier, Assistant Headmaster of Old Nyankumbu Secondary School and students urged the mine to speed up construction of new school so that they can move into new dormitories and start to use the laboratories.
The Ministry of Health and Social Welfare says between 380 and 1,900 people died of rabies annually, and as a result, the World Health Organization, WHO, stepped in to help Tanzania with vaccines and funds for a dog vaccination exercise. The statement was made at the Ministry of Livestock Development and Fisheries in Dar es Salaam today when WHO representative Dr. Rufaro Chatora handed over dog vaccination equipment to the ministry.
53,000 equivalent to 84 million shillings have been deposited to the Ministry of Livestock bank account to facilitate the ministry and districts in the implementation of these campaigns. $2.4 million equivalent to Tanzanian shillings 3.7 billion. It is our hope that equipment for the remaining regions of Coast, Lindi, Mtwara, and Pemba Island will be requested and procured accordingly.